If your building gets evacuated at night, you don't lose your home first, you lose your time. The hallway fills with voices, doors open, people step out half awake and half dressed, asking the same useless question, what's happening, while the clock bleeds out. Someone is yelling, someone is filming, someone is already running down the stairs with both arms full of things that won't matter in 10 minutes. That's how you get trapped. Night evacuations don't kill people because the danger is bigger. They kill people because visibility is lower, information is worse, and crowds move like water in a narrow pipe. You need one thing, not a bag, not 10 items. One thing that buys you control. A headlamp. Not a phone flashlight, not a candle, a headlamp strapped to your body. Because the night doesn't just make danger harder to see, it makes you harder to coordinate. You need both hands free, you need a stable beam, you need to see steps, faces, exits, hazards, and your own footing without aiming your arm like a searchlight. Here's why everything else fails. Your phone flashlight is a trap. It occupies your hand, it drains your battery fast, it's easy to drop, and the second you lose it, you're blind in a crowd. A headlamp stays on your body, it moves with your eyes, it turns your hands back into tools. That's what control looks like in the first 2 minutes. Most people treat evacuations like packing. They grab documents, laptops, photo albums, valuables, food, chargers, jackets, and then they realize the problem too late. They can't move, their hands are full, their head is full, and now they're slow inside a fast situation. The first mistake is thinking you have time to decide. You don't. The second mistake is thinking the danger is inside the building. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Fires spread, gas leaks travel, structural damage doesn't announce itself. But the most common threat at night is confusion, people moving without coordination, in the dark, through tight spaces, while adrenaline turns basic tasks into clumsy mistakes. That's where injuries happen. Falls, crush points, panic sprints. And once you're hurt in a stairwell, you become an obstacle in a human river. So here's what the headlamp does that nothing else can. It lets you see broken glass before you step on it. It lets you read smoke direction. It lets you identify if the exit is blocked. It lets you see if the crowd is compressing. Without light, you're guessing. With light, you're navigating. And in a night evacuation, the crowd is as dangerous as the threat. 20 people pushing from behind, a locked fire door ahead, and you're the one who suffocates standing up. Because people follow the loudest person, not the smartest one. Your light makes you smarter, it doesn't make you louder. The moment the building alarm goes off, your brain tries to turn it into a story. Maybe it's a drill, maybe it's false, maybe it's the neighbor again. That story costs time, and time is the only thing you don't have. So the protocol is simple. You don't investigate. You don't open your door and stand there listening like you're watching a movie. You gear your light, you slip on shoes, you take your keys, you move. Shoes matter because bare feet turn you into a liability the moment you hit debris. Glass, screws, hot pavement, sharp edges in stairwells. Night evacuations punish exposed skin. But if you're already barefoot when the alarm hits, the headlamp is still what saves you. Light is the multiplier. Light lets you move. Light lets you avoid injuries. Light lets you choose the cleaner route. Light lets you look calm while everyone else is shouting. And calm is invisible armor.
When you step into a hallway full of panic, you're not trying to be the hero. You're trying to be unmemorable. You move with purpose. You don't argue. You don't stop to ask what people heard. You don't create noise. Noise attracts attention. Attention attracts friction. And friction makes you lose time. If you're in a high-rise and elevators are disabled, the stairwell becomes the choke point. That's where the headlamp pays for itself. You can see the steps. You can see the landings. You can see the person 2 levels below who fell and caused the jam. Hand on the rail, eyes on the steps 2 ahead of you, headlamp cutting through smoke. You can choose to wait 10 seconds and let the surge pass instead of pushing into compression and getting pinned. Because the deadliest thing in an evacuation is getting pinned. You don't need smoke to die in a crowd. You just need pressure. People behind you pushing forward, people in front of you stopping, and you caught in the middle with nowhere to put your body. Your movement rule is simple. Don't fight the flow. Surf it. Stay on the edge. Use the wall. Keep a hand on the rail. Leave space ahead of you. Space is survival. If the stairwell is full, you don't sprint. You don't weave. You don't create chaos. You move steady. You watch for trips. You keep your airway clear. If you smell smoke, cover your mouth with cloth, but don't bury your face so deep you can't breathe. If the air feels hot, you reverse direction and take the alternate stairwell if you have one. And you only know any of that if you can see. That's why light is the thing. You hit the street, most people think they're done. That's when the second trap hits. Night evacuations often turn into long waits. The alarm goes off, everyone gathers outside, the building management is missing, emergency services are slow. People start drifting back toward the doors because they're cold or impatient or convinced it's safe. That's how you get caught in the second wave. You want distance, not a dramatic run, just enough separation that if something happens, glass falling, another alarm surge, a vehicle crashing into the crowd, you're not inside the pile. Stand off to the side. Stay near a wall, not in the center of the group. Keep your light on low to preserve power, and don't stare at your phone trying to get signal. Your phone is for one thing, contacting your people when possible. Everything else is noise. If you can't reach them, you don't burn battery trying. You conserve. Here's the protocol you commit to before you ever need it. You keep a headlamp clipped by your door or on your nightstand. You keep shoes where you can slide into them without thinking. You keep keys in one place. And you train the first move. Light, shoes, keys, go. That's your survival autopilot. Because when you wake up to an alarm at 2 a.m., you're not operating at full intelligence. You're operating on habits. The people who survive night evacuations don't think better. They have fewer decisions to make. They don't pack. They don't negotiate. They don't search. They execute. And the one thing that makes execution possible is light. So remember this. When your building evacuates at night, take only this, controlled light on your body. In the dark, confusion kills faster than fire, and the person who can see is the person who survives.